How's it going, guys? Foul Plays here, and today we're going to be discussing what could potentially be the anime of the year. Now, I don't know if you guys have heard this anime. It's called Spy Family or Spy X Family if you're one of those people that pronounces it that way. But I believe this anime will be the anime of the year. Now, some of you might be asking, what is anime of the year? I've never heard of this. So allow me to explain. So anime of the year is basically a title that we give to an anime that we feel defines the whole year of anime. For example, we had Attack on Titan last year, and then the year before we had Jujutsu Kaisen, and then of course in 2019 we had the amazing anime adaptation being Demon Slayer. So what actually sets Spy Family apart from every other anime that has aired this year? Well, that's gonna have to be something that we get into right before you guys go ahead and smash that like button down below, and of course subscribe with notifications on. But let's go ahead and let's get right into it. So first up on my list is the plot. It's a very simple plot and easy for everybody to understand. This is very similar to other animes such as Jujutsu Kaisen, and then of course Demon Slayer, where the concept is really easy for everybody to grasp. He has a demon stuck in him. He wants to turn his sister back into a human. Very simple, easy plots for everybody to get behind. And in this case, we have a spy who wants to basically fulfill his mission, but he has to create a fake family in order to do so. But with the plot out of the way, let's go ahead and jump right into the characters. So for the characters, I can tell right off the bat that the chemistry between each one of these main trios is just amazing. You had the same exact aspect with the Demon Slayer crew, and then also the Jujutsu Kaisen crew as well. But for this story, we have Lloyd, who is tasked to make sure that his mission is a success. But of course, he can't do that on his own because his mission requires a kid. And that kid is Anya. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, this is my favorite character in the entire show. I mean, she is part of the comedy of the show, of course. And what's interesting with her is that she can hear what you are thinking. And surprisingly, this is not something that gets overdone to the point where it just becomes unfunny. They do it in increments of amounts to where it's perfectly timed. But the whole reason why she is needed in this whole mission is because she needs to get into a school that is one of the highest schools of all of the nation. And this is so she can get close to Lloyd's target son, so that they can carry out the mission even easier. But of course, to get into the school that is very prestigious, she has to have a mother. And that's where we get into the waifu of this season, being Yor. Gonna be honest, Yor is the perfect waifu. Well, of course, unless you're on her kill list or you threaten Anya. Anyways, Yor is a part of the family to fill the mother role for this mission. But the funny thing is, she doesn't even know it's a mission. She just thinks that she's helping out a guy with his daughter, trying to get her into this school, and it ends up turning into something that is bigger. But by joining the mission, she also ends up taking care of Anya and teaches her how to stand up for herself, and while of course being a motherly figure for her. But enough about the characters. I think we should also move on to one of the major factors for the whole entire series, being animation. So for the past 3 years, every single anime on this list has had some form of amazing animation. Whether it be Demon Slayer episode 19, Jujutsu Kaisen as a whole, and then of course Attack on Titan in general. And of course, Spy Family is not alone in that situation. The animation throughout the series is very, very fluid, and even at some points where it's completely unnecessary to go all out, the animation goes all out. Especially in episode 10 with the volleyball scene. I mean, who was expecting a freaking amazing volleyball match, and then you see this god tier shonen shit? What? And of course, we also do see a little bit of crazy animation towards the end of episode 3, where we get the little proposal scene, the fake proposal, I guess. But that scene was also incredibly animated as well. But enough about animation, let's head into the public recognition / the fan base. And of course, Spy Family, being a big anime, had to of course start off with a bumpy ride. Now, if you were on Twitter or TikTok during the time of the first episode, you would have seen this post. This post comes straight from the first episode, where Lloyd is congratulating Anya on getting into the school. But this person instead interpreted this as some sort of pedophilic action. I don't know how, but it sparked a bunch of controversy to where people went out and actually watched the full episode to get some context. And in return, this ended up causing people to actually want to continue watching the series because they actually enjoyed what they liked in the first episode. But we can even go before the anime was even announced with the manga. The manga itself was being promoted by the likes of Barnes & Nobles, Books A Millions. Everywhere I went, there was always Spy Family somewhere in there. And it is definitely one of the biggest titles in Jump Plus. And there's a reason for that. This was actually a manga that started at the beginning of the COVID-19 pandemic, where we were all stuck inside. We were all looking for something to do and someone to interact with. And this seemed like a easy medium for everybody to get into. This, alongside the basic plot, the amazing characters, and of course, the stunning art, was a recipe for success. But of course, this is not the only anime that I think that could potentially get Anime of the Year, but it has a pretty high chance. But let's go ahead and let's jump through other animes that I think that could potentially compete against Spy Family. Now, the first one on my list is Demon Slayer. Now, Demon Slayer, it had an amazing season 2. I mean, did you even pay attention to the last fight? Now, of course, Demon Slayer won 2019, but I definitely could see it potentially winning the 2022 slot because of the last episode's amazing animation. Now, of course, this is going to be towards the later half of the year, so many people will probably not even remember the series being aired that year. Now, of course, it does have a slight advantage just because of the wider fan base, and of course that amazing animation like I said before, but I do think that this is going to be a major contender in the Anime of the Year race. Up next, we have Attack on Titan Season 4 Part 2. And I think that this anime could potentially win. If not, it's going to definitely detract votes from the Spy Family crowd. And the reason why I think it won't win is just because the overusage of CGI that the fan base really just didn't vibe with. And then people are also salty about the ending, with it just leaving us on a cliffhanger and just leaving us wondering what happened, and then they wanted to just go in with 3 episodes just to end off the whole series. But I do think that this will definitely get nominated, but as for the win, I think it's highly unlikely. Now, up next is an anime that you guys are going to be like, why the fuck is this on the list for Anime of the Year? And that anime would be My Dress Up Darling. Now, I know what you're thinking. My Dress Up Darling, wasn't that about the cosplay girl? Yes. I think that My Dress Up Darling is an amazing anime that really took the anime community by storm. And that is because it just had amazing characters and amazing animation throughout the whole entire series. It's very, very similar to the quality that we were given for Spy Family. And personally, I would love to see this get the Anime of the Year, but I do think that Spy Family is more deserving of the title. And I definitely think that this anime does have its niche following, where many people that are regular shonen watchers aren't actually watching the series. If nominated though, I definitely think it will take some numbers away from other anime like Demon Slayer, Attack on Titan, and Spy Family, of course. But enough about the anime that has already aired. Let's go on to the future anime. First being Uzumaki. Now, Uzumaki is a Jinjo Ito manga, which is being adapted to air onto Adult Swim. The likelihood of this anime actually blowing up is very unlikely, just because it's airing on television. Not very many people in the anime community actually have a television set. Many people, their form of entertainment is just through Hulu, Crunchyroll, or even Netflix. They don't go for that basic television stuff. Now, if this were to actually get simulcasted to somewhere like Crunchyroll or Hulu, maybe the anime would actually blow up, but the likelihood of that actually happening is very, very low. But do I think that this is a contender for Anime of the Year? Yes. Just because I know who is animating it and who the anime is trying to target. This is definitely one of the more gory animes on the list, and I definitely think this does set this behind on the list for the Anime of the Year. But I definitely do hope that it gets nominated at least. But next on our list is none other than My Hero Academia. Now, gonna be honest, My Hero Academia the last couple of seasons has kind of flopped for me. Of course, I've watched it, but did I enjoy it? Hell no. Do I think it was worth the animation being taken away because of the movies? No. But I'm really hoping that Studio Bones learns their lessons and puts all their efforts into the My Hero Academia adaptation, because we are going into one of the most epic arcs in all of My Hero Academia, and that would be the war arc. Now, as a manga reader, this is where I really got invested into the My Hero Academia story. And I definitely think that if this gets adapted correctly, the anime community will definitely go back and start watching through My Hero Academia again. And of course, the likelihood of this getting nominated is very, very high, just because this is one of the biggest parts of My Hero Academia and its story at this current moment. But the likelihood of winning is very, very low, just because it's My Hero Academia. There's a lot of people that like Demon Slayer and My Hero Academia, and when you put the two together, I think Demon Slayer still takes the win. Now, it wouldn't be a foul plays video if I didn't say anything about One Piece, and that's the next anime on my list. Now, while I do not think that One Piece will get nominated for Anime of the Year, it is definitely Anime of the Year worthy. With the direction of Megumi Ishitani, I definitely think that this anime deserves Anime of the Year just because of the episodes such as episode 1000 and then of course episode 1015. And these episodes are some of the best animated episodes I have ever seen in any series, let alone One Piece. And this is going to be a major spoiler for anime only. If we possibly get the chance to see anything related to Gear 5, I can definitely say without a doubt that I think that this will be Anime of the Year worthy. The likelihood of us seeing anything Gear 5 related is very, very unlikely. So, let alone, I definitely think that One Piece definitely deserves to be at least nominated for Anime of the Year. But enough about One Piece, let's go into the main heavy hitter that I definitely think will give Spy Family a run for its money, and that would be Chainsaw Man. Now, Chainsaw Man is another anime that has a major fan base in the West, and this is where the Anime of the Year awards are taking place. And Chainsaw Man is being adapted by the anime studio being Studio Mappa, and Studio Mappa has done the likes of Jujutsu Kaisen, and then of course Attack on Titan, the final season. And if we know what they produce, they are definitely going to produce a quality product that we are going to see. And also, this anime does come out towards the end of the year, and if I'm correct, it is getting a full 24 episode life cycle, which is going to be the same thing that we got with Jujutsu Kaisen, and then of course the Demon Slayer series as well. So all of this adds up to a recipe for success at the Anime of the Year. And I definitely think that if this gets nominated for this year's Anime of the Year, it will definitely take a lot of votes away from Spy Family. If it's not nominated, I will be completely shocked. But anyways, guys, if you guys did enjoy today's video, go ahead and smash that like button down below, and don't forget to click subscribe so you don't miss out on any future content. But without further ado, I'm gonna get the heck out of here. I'm Foul Plays, and I'm out. Peace.